A live look at Piscataway, New Jersey in Shai Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Restate the David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Tommy Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He knew all along that this new landscape in college football would be a challenge. That's why in the Big Ten, they were preparing all along for these West Coast teams to have to travel a long way. They've been putting some sports science research together to make sure their players have all of the information they need to perform at their best. We'll see if they can bring that to the field here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Scarlet Knights ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Ducks offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw.
It's a seam wide open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this.
Makes a catch. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Scarlet Knights offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory.
Yeah, and when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now. And the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing.
Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. First down and 10. This time he wants to throw. looking for a big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner, trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Looking downfield on first down. Taken in by Smith on the right side. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the back. Second down. They'll go to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it to the right side. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right now.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Knocked down, but not all by himself down the middle. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. The defense putting points on the board.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed. He takes it back for a long touchdown.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Got his man down the middle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing failed.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got the tight end. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready to go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down, 10 yards to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Smith. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
That's reeled in. It's Woods. And he's able to shed one. pick up pretty good yardage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national.
And he's got room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The Scarlet Knights pounded the rock to move the Sticks now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll give it on the counter. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Defense wants to bring the heat. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He now has 84 yards. The ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Yeah, run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help. It's 3rd down now. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down. They hit the drag route, and they get a nice gain, but that now sets up fourth down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on third downs, you got to start thinking about routes down the field.
And he had just enough to will that one home. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Rutgers takes its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He makes the grab. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
How about this defense? Great job by the defense, forcing the turnover. You already got a lead. Now you get the ball right back to your offense right before the half. Big-time momentum swing.
Back to throw, it's Cherry. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Content to run out the clock, the quarterback takes a knee. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Number 98, set to kick this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I caught up with the Rutgers head coach at the half. They have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter, gain some momentum here, and change the course of this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now. Early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they'll run it to the right here. Turning it on! He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Throws to the back. Finds a man all alone. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt. Now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Swings it out to his running back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Oregon. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Give to the back. That hole closed quickly. A pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There's some room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Complete. Runs through a tackle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the single running back. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He'll set up to throw. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Maybe a crease. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. The run inside. It's Kane. Picks up the 1st down. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
On his feet at the 40. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So first down will open up the final period. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Cherry. Here's the pressure. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll send the tight end in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working that left side now. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Back open in the middle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. At the 35, he's loose. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
takes the handoff. It's Kane. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Hey, he's had a great day all day today, and not a surprise why they've continued to feature him, and you've seen him make big plays. And down the stretch, we expect more of the same, don't we, guys? Like, up with the lead, ground game keeps that clock moving. You don't want to stop that thing. That clock is your friend. This defense better find some answers quick.
Well, this defense has their hands full with him on this drive. And that DB, I'll tell you, he may have saved a touchdown with that tackle. When you've got speed like this running back has, if he gets in the second level, a lot of people start to hold their breath because it could be a house call. And you know they're going to keep giving him the football here in the drive. Up front, this defense has got to get a lot more physical.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams